Hey everybody, welcome to the Book Nook. Today we are going to do the Deja Vu Tag. I was tagged by Matt, who is the man with the hat that reads, and I will link him down below. He is always fun to watch, and I really enjoy his content. Yeah, so go check him out. Alright, so the first question for the Deja Vu Tag is, do you reread and how often? I do reread. I would say, I don't know, like, I might only reread, though, like, 1 or 2 books a year. So not super often, because there's always so many good new books coming out. Like, the rereads are ones that are usually very near and dear to my heart. And every once in a while, I get one that pops up that I'm like, I want to reread this. So question number 2, why do you or don't you reread? I mean, I reread because obviously a book spoke to me so much that it evoked something in me that loved it, that I want to read it again. It's like when someone finds a movie that they love and they watch it over and over and over again. Like, tell me you don't have that movie. Like, I have those books. What have been your favorite books to reread? Almost all the ones that I've reread are fantasy. Number 4, what would you like to reread? I mean, like, what do I reread on a normal basis? Or what is something new that maybe I want to reread? So one that's new that I want to reread is I already, even though like I just read it about a month ago, I want to reread Ghoul in the Cave. It's a very large book. It's by Josh Malerman, and it is the best book I've ever read. It's amazing, and I want to reread it. It's so big. It's something that I had just, I gotta set the time aside to do it, but I definitely want to reread that. And then books that I reread on a normal basis, just to throw them in there, is Magica by Clive Barker, Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman, and then I love Voyage of the Dawn Treader of the Narnia Chronicles by C.S. Lewis. I reread those somewhat often. Magica probably being the largest of the 3. What book do you predict will be so good that you want to reread it? So this is a very hard thing to predict. So I was trying to think about this. Honestly, the next book that Neil Gaiman comes out with, because I really love his books, I would imagine could be so good that I would want to reread it. There's a lot of his books that I've enjoyed rereading, so since he has the most, then maybe I have to predict that his next book would be. I know I don't sound like adamantly sure, but like that's kind of a hard thing to predict. I don't know. Pick a book from your younger years that would be interesting to reread. I haven't read The Secret Garden in years, and growing up, that was one of my favorite books. So I think it would be interesting to reread that because it's been, I don't even know, years, so many years, because that was quite a great book that had a special place in my heart. Tell us a series or book that is so big and complex that you need to reread it to better understand it. There isn't a series or really large book, but there is a book called Time Loops by Eric Wargo, and it's kind of like about like interdimensional, how time works, and like dreaming about stuff before it happens, and some of it's very complex in explaining the concepts, and there's a lot of scientific stuff that goes into it, so I feel like if I reread that, I may understand it better. And it's a non-fiction book. I can't think of any like fiction books that I've read that I couldn't understand or didn't have like a grasp of what was going on. Like, I remember my mom trying to read Narnia to me when I was 5. I guess I didn't grasp it then, but I wasn't reading it, so I don't know. Okay, so next, is there a specific genre that you think is best or worst for reread potential? Okay, so for reread potential, as I said earlier, fantasy is great for reread potential. And I'm going to say the same thing that Matt said for worse is freaking mysteries. Once you read the mystery, do you really forget who done it or what happened? I mean, even if it is 10 years later, you still probably remember who it was. Like, I don't know. I've never reread a mystery ever. But fantasy, you miss those worlds. You miss those characters. Mystery, you're just like, it was solved. I don't miss that. I don't miss the mystery because it's not a mystery anymore. It's history. Oh, all right. Okay, so the next one is there a book that you've liked more on reread? Yes. Imagica by Clive Barker. I like it more every time I read it. You find like little nuances that you missed. Just stuff that maybe you didn't notice before. And it's just, man, that book's so good. It's so good. That's why it's one of my favorites. The next one is there a book that you liked less upon reread? No, because why would I read a book again if I didn't like it? You know what I think, though? I think if I ever reread the Twilight series, I probably won't like it as much as I did when I originally read it, because I was a lot younger then when that first came out. So I imagine that that series would just not be as good. And then the next question is, if you reread, let us know a book that you'd like to reread before the end of next year. And I think I already said that with Ghoul on the Cape by Josh Malerman. I want to reread it, even though I just read it. It was really that good. If you can get a chance or have the funds to pick it up, it's phenomenal. And then now is the time when I'm supposed to tag people, but as I've said before, I don't like to tag people. You got stuff going on. But if you should be so inclined and you want to do this tag, the questions are down below. Please do if you want to. And so, thank you so much for joining me today in the Book Nook. If you do like tags and tag videos, the next video coming up will be another tag if you want to go check it out. So until next time, we'll see you later.